Welcome back. I am a 23-year-old mom learning old traditions in a modern world. And as you can tell by the title below, we're going to be talking about prepping, okay? And basically, what a prepper is a person that, believes that a really big disaster is going to happen. These are the people who are usually the couponers, the stockpilers, the doomsday people. And I wouldn't consider myself any of those things, but I do like to be prepared. And now that I have my own little family, and I feel like a lot of people my age or just that are around me, people that are around me don't really engage or think about these things. So I kind of want to talk about it on my channel. I know y'all like, girl, you was just at Ross and all the things and shopping. So we are in the modern day. I do enjoy some of the modern things that we have now, but I do believe in a lot of old traditions and beliefs and things as such. So we're trying to go that way, but also this way. So we're gonna be a little half and half, okay, here on this channel, if that's okay with you. If you're like that or you're trying to learn about something like that, continue watching this video, okay? Let's go.
No rubber band, no rubber band. Every time I put down, they show me that. If I know pull out, she got my back. Although you cool, I'm happy that. Although you cool, say everything I do is for my woman.
I have my handy dandy notebook here to keep me on track, okay? Because y'all know I'm all over the place if you're returning. So number one, I think you should do for my case is know what your hurricane seasons are or your disasters. Like if you have blizzards or if you're prone to tornadoes in your area or earthquakes, whatever it might be, or all of the above, you need to be hitting the markers on when that season starts and finishes, so you know when to stop prepping, when to prep. And that's what some of your items may be on sale and not, so that. So for me, I know hurricane season has already started. It started June 1st and it ends November 30th for this year. And I always like to say, like, zombie apocalypse, I'm prepping for a zombie apocalypse, just to be funny, but like, no, for real. But realistically, these are some of the reasons that other people prep or why I think you should prep, okay? So unemployment rates are pretty high. Again, don't quote me, don't take my word for anything. Do your own research, but these are just certain things that I found that a lot of people prep for. Financial hardship, natural disasters, slash, inclement weather, which is like storms, hurricanes and stuff like that. Inflation, which we're here, we're in it. Inventory shortages, pandemics, economic downturn, recession, which we're also in, medical emergencies, such as like somebody in your family gets sick and or you get sick and you have a family to take care of, and people need to come check on your kids or whatever. You'll have stuff in there so they don't have to come out of their pocket because maybe they don't prepare well. So you'll have everything that you need for your family, and all they need to do is show up. Civil unrest, which is just fighting between two different groups. I like to break down some of these. I had to actually look up some of this because I didn't know what people were talking about. So that's basically two different groups fighting. So, say Democrats and Republicans are fighting and they get into a big thing and whatever the case may be, or, race, religion, all that good stuff. It gets out of hand and the world goes crazy, whatever. Illness or death. Again, somebody in your family, like if you're a one income family and that person who's bringing in the income dies, or they get sick and they can no longer work and you can't really work because, you have your kids or whatever the reason is, you want to be prepared for that. And just overall saving is one of the reasons why I do it. And power outages. I know that is like a really harsh list, but I mean, that's reality. Like 2020 showed us a lot of the things that are on this list, and I think that that's another reason why I see a lot more people prepping, and that was one of the reasons why I kind of got into it a little bit more. That was the year I brought in my son. Then the new year came in, and here in Texas we had a freeze, so it was just so real. There was no gas stations open, no grocery stores open. You know, you couldn't even barely drive on the road without sliding or slipping anywhere if you didn't have a truck. So it was crazy here in Texas, you know. And you know, people's pipes bust, plants were going everywhere. It was crazy. So that kind of opened up my eyes, and I don't want to be scared like that ever again. And I had a newborn, and it was a whole thing. Okay. So that is one of the reasons why I prep. Also, my mom has always been a big prepper, and not so like much as in like she had like the, you know, FDA approved food grade things. No, she like always had an extra suitcase in the car for me. You know, she always kept $20 in her car. She always had water, you know what I mean, canned goods. All that was accessible, and so that's kind of where I get also my type of thinking as well. But I think a lot of people just don't think about it, okay? And so I kind of want to shift it, because I just told you guys, if y'all want me to go more in depth with the things I just listed, then comment down below and I'll do another video for you guys on that. But I also want to give you guys solutions. I don't want to make a video on here and be like, cause a big hysteria, or, you know, y'all just be like, girl, she crazy, she don't know what you're talking about. But I'm gonna give you guys a solution on what you can do today, this week, starting, you know, when you watch this video, of what you can do, okay? So first, you want to start, because I was like, where do I start? What do I do? You want to get shelf-stable items. And what are shelf-stable items? These are items that just can stay on your shelf for a long period of time without going bad, okay? So things such as like pasta, rice, oats, flour, because flour, salt, and yeast and water all make bread. You know, you can make some of the ingredients to make the expired ingredients that go out really bad, that are fresh. The ingredients don't go bad, if that makes sense. I don't, sometimes my words get jumbled, so hopefully that made sense. You know, you want to get beans, you want to get canned goods, you know, and within that canned goods, you want to get like meat, fruit, veggies, you know, all the good, you want protein, you know, you want all the same substance that you would get on a normal day that you would in an apocalyptic, you know, natural disaster, you know, worst case scenario type of case. You know, you want to make sure you have all your boxes checked off, okay? And so if you guys want a more in-depth video on, you know, how I do that, which I can do something like that for you guys if you like. But basically how I do that is when I go grocery shopping and I see something that's on sale that's a canned good, like, oh, I see green beans are a little bit lower than what they were, or corn, or, well, not really corn, but I guess corn. Corn doesn't really have nutrients, but, you know, green beans, getting some fruit. Like I have this can of peaches here that I use for baking, but I got an extra one just in case. And this is a pretty big can. This is a 13 ounce, 1 pound of peaches in here. And you know, get heavy syrup, not with heavy syrup, whatever, light syrup, whatever you want to do. But ultimately, like, my goal for myself is to learn how to preserve things myself. So whether that's I'm growing it in my garden and I'm preserving it, or I'm able to go to a farmer's market, buy it for a cheaper price and preserve it here. That is kind of my ultimate goal. But again, I know people don't have time for that, and y'all trying to prep now, and some of you guys are in college, some of you guys are in high school. You like, girl, I don't got time for that. Or some of you guys have multiple children and y'all just aren't prioritizing that right now, and I totally understand that. But get you some things like, you know, canned goods, oats, you know, peanut butter. Peanut butter is always really good to have. You know, I see people always rush for toilet paper. And like, if that's really a concern for you, like, buy extra toilet paper every time we go to the store. You know, you know, just like the little rolls, and stash them underneath your bed. You know, buy an extra case of water. You know, things like that. You know, just buying that little extra and slowly piling it up. You don't have to go into the store and spend thousands of dollars on the FDA approved sealed things. You know, you know, my end goal is that, but you know, right now I don't got time for that or the funds for that. So, you know, do with what's in your budget and what's comfortable for you, and you'll be successful, and you'll be having a nice stack once you start. You know, the sooner you start, the fatter your stash will be, and stuff like that. Okay, now moving on from that, I want to go into like, that is like long term, I guess, but you can still start that now. But I think what's more common for most people is like storms. And like I said, we are in hurricane season here in Texas. And I just kind of want to go like through a list of what you should do during a storm, okay? So in a storm, you should always, like if you hear on the forecast or you're at work, get you a full tank of gas. Like, oh, there's a storm coming in, or it's supposed to rain really bad. I don't care if it's drizzling. You go to that gas station and make sure your gas is filled to the top, okay? Because you don't want to be somewhere trapped and it's not like super bad, and you can still drive, and you can drive away. Or like, it was a freeze for us, and I had to use my car as a heater because all the heating and everything. So I had to literally sleep in the car and turn my car on and put the heater on for a little bit, and then turn my car off and let it warm up and go to sleep that way. So if you have to do that and you ain't got no gas, you ain't got no heater, okay? So that's, your car is like your second house when it comes to a natural disaster, okay? Or a storm. And while you're getting that full gas, go ahead, grab you a case of water. Now the average, they say, is 1 gallon per person a day, but that's just for drinking water. So like I said earlier, if you know you have did I say this? I don't know. But if you're drinking milk, right, and you're finishing your milk gallon or your milk cartons, rinse them out and fill them back up with tap water and store them away, and make sure you're labeling them. So you can have toilet flushing water if you're watered, you know what I'm saying? Or if you need to brush your teeth, or if you need to take a bath, or you know, you need to wash some dishes. You don't want to have drinking water and you know your toilet water is the same. You know, it's not a necessity to have distilled water for your toilet water to flush it down. So do something like that, and that's super easy to do. You know, it's an easy prep thing to have. It's just extra water in your house, okay? Because you can never have too much water, and if it's that bad, you can drink the dang tap water, okay? If it gets real bad, okay? Charge all your devices. So what we like to have is portable chargers and lanterns. I think I have one over here. I'll show you guys over here if I can find it. If I'll take a video of it. It's upstairs somewhere. But it's like a lantern thing. I think we got it off of Amazon, and you just like pop them up. It's like a light. It has like portables. It has like the hazard lights in case somebody needs to see you can't speak. Things such as that. That's what we keep charged. And then next, also grab candles, your lighters, your matches, and put that all around you, because if the lights go, I feel like that's self-explanatory. If the lights go out, you'll have like a cute little ambiance. You know what I'm saying? That happened to me before, and I had my Uno cards and my little candles, and we was chilling, we was vibing, ain't no problems, okay? We made like a little tent out of sheets and stuff, but just having little stuff like that and being prepared, it will make it easier for you guys, okay? Because I'll be honest with you guys, during COVID, and you know, I was pregnant, I was having my first kid, and I'm seeing ladies, I'm not always, I know people that I've already told this story to 1,000,000 times, but it was like, forget the toilet paper, y'all already went crazy on toilet paper, but it was ladies literally taking carts of formula and diapers, and I was like, I called my mom, I was like, Mom, should I be getting like should I be getting this much stuff? Like, should I start stocking up on this much stuff right now? Like, I think I was like halfway through my pregnancy and I had like a good majority, but I haven't had my baby shower yet. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what do I do? What do I do? And so and, you know, I'm joking about it now, but I was honestly genuinely scared. I literally went in my car and cried. I blame the hormones, but it was real. It was real. So I don't want you to have to feel that way. I don't want to feel that way again. I was super scared. And on that note, when it comes to fear, I want to give like a little eye-opener, a little tip. When it comes to prepping, focus on necessities and what works for you instead of fear, okay? Because if I would, like I called my mom, if I would have reacted and continued and did the same thing that the lady was doing, then instead of just getting my 2-3 formulas, the next person behind me isn't gonna have any. Or I could have already been stocking up for the year, or when I found out, you know, if I'm already stocking up, I already have my toilet paper, I already have my cases of water, I already have my canned goods, so I don't have to go out into the grocery stores and have to deal with these last minute people who aren't prepping, and, you know, they're shoving, and, you know, might be a little bit more of a hysteria moment. I'll be calm and relaxed and less stressed and more focused on my family unit, because, you know, if I'm working, oh, we gotta get food, oh, we gotta get water, you know what I mean? And something happens because I'm too busy focused on supplies, instead of actually getting information on what's actually going on. Is that making sense? Do we see what I'm talking about? So, you know, I don't want you to go on the news, or I don't want you to hear me right now. You're like, girl, what you talking about? Recession? You know, we already inflation. We already with the gas. we're already here. So why not prep now? And, you know, if it gets worse, you know, if it does, then you be like, my girl Coco got me right. We chilling over here, and everybody over there is spazzing. Like, if all your friends, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? And then also with like my channel right now, I'm doing a lot of more skills, like learning how to make bread. You know, I want to do a video on how to make jam, how to homemade make this, that, and third. Even if you don't have the supplies, and say your neighbors do, they have all the supplies, they have all the cooking stuff, and you have the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? If you have how many movies have y'all seen where they're like, it's a military man and he be getting his whole family through the, you know what I'm saying? But you could be the person that has the skills. You have the gardening, you have, you know how to sew, you know how to, you know your herbal medicines, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. You can contribute. How many movies have y'all seen where they get the people who can contribute, not the people who TikToking? Okay? I ain't bashing, I'm just saying, okay? And so I'm gonna just end the video here because we could talk all day. If y'all want more video like this, let me know. I'm just trying something new. I'm interested in stuff, so this is my channel, so I'm gonna put on here what I'm interested, and hopefully my YouTube family likes the same thing or is interested in hearing about some of the things that I'm talking about. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. We may be in the kitchen, we may be in the garden, we may be in the stores. Who knows? I'ma always keep you on your toes, okay? Peace.
Anything I talk, where you talk, I go do. Me, I know they see another girl for my visuals. Loving you, now in my ritual.